The information you're about to hear is not designed to be medical advice. It is research promoting water-soluble, naturally ionized, angstrom-sized minerals and many other nutrients and their ability to allow the body to heal itself. If you need medical advice, please seek out a medical practitioner. Be blessed. And the subject of this audio clip is on that of acid reflux disease or acid reflux disorder. I don't really consider it a disease, my personal thoughts on it, but certainly a disorder and very grievous. And as a matter of fact, it's one of the disorders that the pharmaceutical industry sells billions of dollars worth of drugs in order to try to correct for America. So it is a subject we need to address and some of the possibilities of what you can do about it naturally in order to allow the body to heal itself once again. So when we're talking about acid reflux, normally this comes from either a very low stomach acid or possibly a very high stomach acid. There's a lot of other factors that could be involved, and there's always going to be an exception or two. But let's deal with these possibilities first when it comes to acid reflux. A low stomach acid position, and the way you can tell a lot of times if it's a low stomach acid position is by taking raw, that's R-A-W, raw apple cider vinegar. A half an ounce, a tablespoon, a couple of times a day mixed with some water. Or if you're having an attack of acid reflux, and if it instantly makes the acid reflux situation better, then it may be an indicator that you have a low stomach acid. Now, we have also found that with a good enzyme product, a liquid enzyme product, you can adjust the stomach acid whether it is high or low. And of course, I know you can get online easily and find a good liquid enzyme product. We do suggest you take it after meals, an ounce after each meal to get started. And whether it's high or low, it has the ability to make some correction. If it is a low stomach acid, you also have the option of apple cider vinegar mixed with water, a tablespoon once or twice a day. But regardless, high or low, the liquid enzymes will have a valuable benefit to this condition. Or if you're eating a meal that is not auto-digestible, and of course when I say auto-digestible, I'm talking about raw fruits and vegetables. If you're eating a meal that contains a lot of processed food or meat or any other white flour, white pasta, white rice type product, then you certainly need to take the enzyme product after you've had a meal like that. Now, keep in mind, this is certainly not all the things that I recommend that you can do, because there's a lot of possibilities here of other things that you can do to balance the body. And of course, balancing the body, we're also talking about balancing the stomach acid condition there. But I want to reiterate, from the pharmaceutical industry standpoint, because they do sell a lot of drugs to try to correct this acid reflux. And as you know, most of the drugs sold are just to treat the symptoms, not to necessarily correct the disease. And again, there could be a few exceptions to that, but I'm not aware of them. What you want to do is understand that prescriptions are blockers primarily, and what they block in the case of this disorder is the production of stomach acid. And if you block the production of stomach acid for an extended period of time, well, think about that from a common sense point of view. Why does your body manufacture stomach acid? Well, it does it to digest food and take care of things on that end. And if you're continually blocking that production of stomach acid, then you got to know that down the road somewhere, something's going to go very wrong on the part of the body being able to digest properly and absorb food properly. So I don't recommend, for extended period of times, any kind of pharmaceutical drug here. I recommend that, you look for a natural alternative, and that's the things that we're trying to show you here on this audio clip. Now, obviously, the things I've told you are going to be over and above a complete body balancing program, because that's the body's way of balancing itself in order to get into a position to start that healing process. But look, guys, when the body's out of balance, like that, it's going to be out of balance on several fronts. If you have an acid problem in the stomach, you very likely have an acid problem at a total body level, which means you may be experiencing a condition called acidosis, which is low body pH. And in order to get the pH up of the body, of course, several things had to be done. And I want to refer you to an audio clip called pH for getting the pH up. But the cleanse, if you do not do these body cleanses and you have an acid condition in your body fluids as a whole, then you may not ever get that pH back up without doing some body cleanses, because the nasties that your body holds on to also holds on to that acid fluid. The acid fluid keeps the body out of balance, and when it's out of balance, it can be out of balance on every front, including body fluid and stomach fluids. And if you don't have the body fluids balance, obviously it's harder for the body to balance the acid that's in the stomach area in the case of a low or high stomach acid. Now, there could be a few exceptions where an extremely low stomach acid may require a supplement, an herbal type supplement from a health food store. And I'm talking about a pepsin type supplement, which is a stomach acid supplement. But I want to give you, a warning here, if you will, not to take that supplement for an extended period of time without having a test run on your stomach acid. I would say no more than 30 days if you know that you have an extremely low stomach acid condition until you have that acid test, because you can overdo the supplements in the case of a stomach acid and it would go the other way on you, which would create a more grievous problem maybe than what you had. And that would be an extremely rare case that a supplement like that would be needed. I think that all the things that we've talked about here, you will see will bring some great relief to you when it comes to acid reflux and this thing that can damage our esophagus and, of course, all the valves between the stomach and the esophagus, which, if you have it, I'm sure you're very familiar with, the scar tissue buildup, and even the pain that it can cause from just general walking, general exercise, as that acid rolls up into the esophagus and into the valve area when it's feeling like you're having extreme chest pains, and you may even be concerned of a heart attack when actually it is an acid reflux condition. So that's it, guys. Let's do a little recap on the product line that we talked about once again, so that you may not have to go back through the entire clip to get the products that you want. We talked about, obviously, the found a complete body balancing program, which would be the base, and also a complete cleansing program. Get the pH up, body acid out. We also talked about apple cider vinegar in the cases of low stomach acid, and we prefer raw apple cider vinegar. We very much talked about, and need to reiterate, the enzyme product produced. The liquid enzyme product is a very powerful product on this front. We have nothing but tons of awesome testimonies with this product, and you will see some very powerful things happen to you when it comes to any kind of acid reflux or digestive type problems. So I highly recommend the enzyme product there. If you've had damage from scar tissue, about the only way I know of to remove the scar tissue would be to take a little bit of extra zinc, vitamin A, extra selenium, and vitamin E, because vitamin A and E both help the body aggressively remove scar tissue here, along with some extra magnesium and maybe some enzymes, serrapeptase, protease, and bromelain type product. Well, guys, once again, I thank you for listening to this audio clip brought to you for your information and great health. I look forward to talking to you on another audio clip, and until I do, I want to thank you and ask you to have a blessed day. Thank you.